What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 16 of Valley Sports Talk.
15.
All I'm saying
You
is
said
Zion
16.
Williamson is pretty good.
This is a bad start. Episode 15.
Episode 15 of Valley Sports Talk. In today's episode, we're going to be going over NFL free agency recap. We're going to go through all the guys we had earlier in an earlier episode, talk about if we think it was a good deal, bad deal. We're going to talk about our biggest free agency winners, our biggest free agency losers, and our most surprising signing. So our first, as always, my name is Noah, and I am joined by
Brandon.
And Max.
Thought you were going to forget us.
I got you, don't worry, I got you. Our first player, Aaron Jones, Green Bay, he re-signed on a 4-year, $48 million deal. I know Brandon's happy with this deal, being a Green Bay fan. Personally, I think it's a bit too much money for a running back. Sure, he's a top 8 running back, but I think there's a reason they drafted A.J. Dillon last year in the second round. Figured they'd give him a shot. Obviously, he's a big playmaker, but I'm just not a big fan of paying running backs a lot whenever you can really find a above average running back in the draft.
Obviously, like Noah said, I'm a Green Bay fan, so I like the deal. I agree with Noah. I think it is a little too much money, but I mean, he's capable of playing to this deal. We've all seen it in the past. I mean, everything was pointing to him leaving with like the Packers not giving him a franchise tag and stuff like that. But then he ended up coming back. I feel like Jones and Dillon are a good 1-2 punch, where Jones can be your distance runner and Dillon can be your grindy 2-3 yard run. So I think it's a good match. Just a little high.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I had Aaron Jones in fantasy last year, and although he had a lot of highs. I don't think he's as consistent as other running backs, just because he relies on kind of his speed and I don't know. I'd kind of say he's almost like a smaller, like a little bit lesser version of Alvin Kamara. If that makes sense. Like, would you guys agree?
Not much as a receiver.
Yeah.
Not as much of a receiver.
He's a decent receiver.
He's elusive
actually,
and I don't know. Don't get me wrong.
he's just not really physical.
Yeah, he's not super physical, and he can't just will his yards, and he can't just get them for you whenever you need them automatically. But obviously, he's an elite running back, one of the best in the game. So like I said, it's a mid deal, nothing crazy. So yeah.
Yeah, our next free agent is Shaquille Barrett. Going back to his former team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, on a 4-year, $72 million deal. $36 million of that is fully guaranteed. Personally, I think it's a good deal for the Buccaneers. The only reason that I would say it's not is that I think he's 29. Usually players start to sort of deteriorate around their 30 year unless you're a quarterback. 4 years will bring him until he's 33. They also signed somebody we're going to talk about later who's also older. But for 36, fully guaranteed, you just won a Super Bowl. He's been there for a while. 2 years ago, he just led the league in sacks. He was probably the best edge rusher out there other than J.J. Watt. So, the Buccaneers probably had to pay him that much to get him back. Obviously, as an edge rusher, he's going to get more money than other positions. So I think it was an okay deal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's, like Noah said, he's kind of a veteran presence that you bring to a team, which is always nice to have. Again, like Noah said, for the age, the price could get a little high in his later years, but I mean, you can't really, you got to pay to play. So, like Noah said, they probably wouldn't have got him if they didn't give him such a deal. He's played in 31 of 32 regular season games in his 2 seasons for the Bucs, so he's not like an injury prone kind of guy. And in his 2 years, he's had 27.5 sacks, so he's obviously a nice piece to bring back.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think this is one of the main pieces that Tampa Bay was focusing on bringing back, and it's good that they got it. I think this gives Buccaneers a lot of opportunity for the next following year to maybe get a Super Bowl consecutive, like two in a row. I don't know. I really do think. Would you guys say the Buccaneers have gotten better?
I don't think they really got better. I think they sort of stayed the same because they literally brought back every starter except for AB.
Did they bring back anyone else? No.
They had all 22 starters. They brought back every single one. So they're basically rostering the same.
AB's the only one they haven't brought back, but he wasn't considered a starter because he wasn't.
Yeah,
like
so they Antonio Brown, he's not coming back.
Well, they don't know.
They
don't, but the 22 players that started, 11 offense, 11 defense, they brought them all back. So they're basically having the same lineup as last year. Yes. And I think they get better just because you have an extra year of chemistry, right? Like you brought
Yeah.
so many guys in that were on their first year.
Do you see the? Do you think they're gonna sign AB? I'd like to see him stay there. I mean,
The only thing that he wants a lot of money, right?
yeah, that's.
He's
true.
always the guy that wants the money.
But do you
and,
think maybe because of I don't know, because he screwed up so bad, maybe he's okay with taking
He
less? I don't
doesn't.
know.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't think that.
Yeah, we're talking about Antonio Brown here.
Yeah.
We'll see. I guess time will tell.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on, our next free agent is Allen Robinson, Chicago Bears wide receiver, $18 million franchise tag. Personally, I feel bad for him, considering that their starting quarterback that they're rolling out right now is Andy Dalton. He said he wanted to go play somewhere with a good quarterback. I don't think Andy Dalton is that guy anymore. Maybe a couple of years ago, he was an above average quarterback, average at best. I saw that I don't know what they're going to do with him. I don't think he comes back next year unless he gets franchise tagged again. But, he is getting the bag this year with 18 mil. Good for him, but crappy situation.
Yeah, I don't really like this signing either way. One for Allen Robinson. You're not winning in Chicago anytime soon. The only good thing for Allen Robinson is, again, his stats are probably going to look above average, and he's probably going to get money again next year through franchise tag or free agency. But I also don't like this signing for the Bears because, I know you brought in Andy Dalton, but you're not a good team, so you got to let your rookies play, get some good draft picks, and kind of tank, because the way Chicago's in right now, they're going to be a borderline to below average team every single year, and that's just kind of the worst spot to be. So I don't like it for either way.
Yeah, I agree with Brandon. The only other thing I would add about it is that I don't know. I think Allen Robinson definitely had I think he's proven himself to be an elite receiver. I've seen a couple of games where Trubisky was doing as much as he could to not give the ball to the Robinson. He was making it hard for Robinson, and Robinson was still doing something with it. I don't know. I think I don't think it's too much. I just think that, like Brandon was saying, maybe it would have been nice to see his talent somewhere that actually had a championship opportunity. So,
I really wanted to see him in Washington.
Yeah, that would have been interesting. But yeah.
Moving on, we have Kenny Galladay of the New York Giants wide receiver. 4 years, $72 million with $28 million of the 72 guaranteed. Personally, I like the fit. He's a nice slot receiver next to Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard, and they're even still talking about maybe drafting a guy like Jalen Waddle or Devontae Smith. I think they're at 11 or 12. This one kind of came as a shock to me. None of us had him even came close to him going to the Giants.
No.
But now this is kind of like the last string for Daniel Jones. He's got all these weapons around him. It's either put up or shut up for him. But hey, that whole division is trending up except for the Eagles. They're trending down.
Yeah.
It's good for the Giants getting a stud number one.
Yeah, like Noah said, the division's trending up, but it's still a bad division. But at the same time, you still got these three teams, the Giants, the Cowboys, and Washington, who are still fighting for a playoff spot, even though they're not the greatest teams. But I agree with Noah. I really like the fit. Their offense is definitely kind of scary now that, like Noah says, for their quarterback there, he's going to have a big year. Like when you got Galladay, Shepard, Slayton.
You just say Khaled.
Yeah. You got Evan Ingram.
Hey,
Khaled. You got Evan Ingram still. And you're gonna have a healthy Barkley.
I was just.
You're trying to tell me to shut up?
No.
I like their offense. Their defense is a little shaky.
Myself.
Yeah, well, you keep talking to yourself there. I really like their offense, and I'm excited to see how they roll this year.
So I would say the same thing about what Brandon was saying.
Of course you would. You've been saying the same thing this whole podcast.
No, Kenny Galladay. He picked up last year in fantasy.
He was injured all year last year.
Did he not?
Who?
He was injured all year. Galladay.
For most of the year, yeah.
But he
played like
he
4
played
games.
some, yeah.
He played like 4
a
games.
few games.
Okay, well,
But the games
in
he played,
the 4
he was
games he played, he was for the Lions, right?
Yeah.
He still somehow, I think someone had him on his fantasy, and he screwed me over.
He's great. He's had in every year he's been healthy. He's averaged 1,000 yards a year.
Yeah,
he's a great.
Insane.
He's a great
anyway,
wide
my
receiver.
point is he's elite receiver, and we know that with combination of him and Saquon Barkley, and I think Daniel Jones is better than Eli Manning was whenever Saquon was there. So I feel like the combination of that will definitely give this Giants team a push for maybe, I don't know, winning the conference.
I
You
think
guys
they can
so?
win that
Yeah?
conference
Yeah.
for sure. It's not a great
It's
conference.
between them, Washington, or Dallas. I think they're all on like the same sort of.
If you finish the season 9-8 because of the 17 games now, you're winning that division probably.
I'm not gonna lie, my mindset, like, I haven't been thinking about football too much. I've been thinking about basketball lately. I find
Well, it's a great time of year because you got basketball, you got like free agency in NFL, you got NHL, you got the Masters going on, you got baseball starting.
WNBA.
Yeah, I mean, for the big curling fans, the curling championships going on right now. Sports is going all, every kind of sport's on right now, so it's hard to pay full attention to one sport. But
yeah. So moving on, our next free agent was Justin Simmons.
Oh, popular Max.
It's an emergency. Stay at home.
Good thing we're listening.
Justin Simmons, safety for the Denver Broncos. He got a 4-year, $61 million deal. 35 that being guaranteed. I didn't see him staying there. You know, he had voiced his concern earlier in the season when they were trying to extend him that he wasn't getting enough money. They weren't offering him enough. Obviously, they must have offered him enough because he decided to stay. I think the Broncos are like a quarterback away from being really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Their defense is good. Their offense is good. They got lots of weapons. They got a good O-line. They have a good running back. And they're just a quarterback away. I don't think Drew Lock's that guy. What they do in the draft is yet to be. Time will tell what they do in the draft. But I think it's a good fit. Obviously, he's one of the top 5 safeties in the league. So obviously, locking a guy like that up for 4 years will help you be good for the next couple of years.
I'm gonna agree with Noah in the fact that I don't think any of us here, when we did the video, we didn't think he would personally sign back. I know Noah had him leaving. If I remember correctly, me and Max both had him staying to a franchise tag. So I'm a little surprised that he personally signed back. I mean, it is quite a bit of money. He's going to be turning 28 this year. Every year he's played and he's gotten more interceptions, so he's getting better and better as we've seen. The last 3 years he's played 100% of the Broncos defensive snaps. So like he's not a guy you got to worry about injury. He's stable. And he's a good guy just for like rookies and stuff to learn. And I know he's a big vocal point in their defense. So I do like it for Denver. And obviously, if he personally signed back, then he must be happy too. So I'm all right with both ways.
Yeah, from my understanding, the Denver Broncos have been really, really happy with Justin Simmons, Simmons.
Yeah.
And they consider him best safety in the league, which you could argue, but from that, I understood that Justin Simmons there's a good possibility of him leaving, but did he come out publicly saying anything like that? I think
he just was saying that they weren't giving him what he wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you and me both had him coming back, but to a franchise tag because like we thought that was the only way he was gonna come back. But.
So, I guess. But they still made him the highest paid safety in the league.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's still the highest paid safety in the league, so you can't really be disappointed that much, right?
Well, you better hope he performs. I guess.
For sure, 100%. But it'd be interesting to see. I like this. I like this guy. Apparently, he's really good in the community. You know, good to have around for that team. And I think Denver has been known to actually have pretty good safeties in their past. And I just was reading up on him saying that he hopes to strive to reach the same levels as those guys. Talking about people like Billy Thompson. I don't know, John Elway, Terrell Davis.
John Elway's a quarterback.
I don't know why he's named.
Just so you're talking like Denver
I think
legends.
Denver
legends.
Denver players.
Yeah.
Moving on, Dak Prescott signed a 4-year, $160 million deal with Dallas Cowboys, $126 guaranteed. I'm going to come off right away and say he's overpaid. I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback yet. Coming off an injury. It'll be a bit of a rehab year for him. A pretty gruesome injury, to be quite frank with you.
Who, Dak?
Yeah. I don't know. I think they should have franchise tagged him one more year, given him another year, and then if he comes out this year, then you could have given him the bag. I still think he's a bit overpaid. I think he's a bit overrated, to be up front. But obviously they wanted him. They got their guy. They don't have to worry about getting a quarterback anytime soon. Yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to argue with Noah that this is probably a little bit of an overpayment. If you're Dak Prescott, you're probably overjoyed right now because 126 guaranteed, 160 possible. That's a lot of money. But I mean, for the Dallas Cowboys, I'm not the biggest fan, but the only reason that I'm going to side with them is because he's been the heart of their team for a while now. Yeah, and like his contract is a lot to pay, but if you're Dallas, who else are you getting, right? So
I mean, Ezekiel Elliott has been so shaky. It kind of.
Well, just last year.
Yeah,
no, but he was like. Really
but he also
shaky.
didn't have Dak. Like Dak.
He didn't have Dak. His whole O line was injured.
Yeah, it's COVID. You can't really knock anyone's performance last year just because of COVID. Like this year, I feel like a lot of people who had down years are gonna jump back to what you assume. But like
Ezekiel
for Dallas,
Elliott still was pretty bad though.
For Dallas, it's probably a little bit of an overpayment. But like I said, there wasn't really any other quarterbacks you were gonna get. Like sure, Russell Wilson, but probably wasn't gonna happen.
No.
But I mean, at the same time, this division's weak, so they're still, no matter what their team is, they're going to be in a push for the playoffs. If you have Dak, so you might as well.
Dak is now the second highest paid quarterback.
Yeah, he definitely shouldn't be, but I mean, the Dallas mentality is what else were you going to get? So you didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, next quarterback.
Max isn't even going to.
Oh, yeah,
I
sorry.
did kind of say something about that.
Go ahead.
I had nothing else to say. I did kind of say it. I was talking.
You think it's a good signing?
I think it's an okay signing. I don't think it's great. I think it's overpaid, but I understand why why they're overpaying. I think they're aware that they're overpaying, but I think it's because they have nowhere else to put their money.
I think we can all agree on that. He's overpaid, but he was their only option, so they had to give him what he wanted. Basically,
I don't think it was a terrible deal. But I do know that
he has the capability. We've seen it before. I mean, we all don't really like Dallas just because of the hype around them.
Yeah.
But we can all say Dak has the capability of performing like maybe a not top 2 quarterback in the league, but he can definitely be a top 6, 5 quarterback in the league. If we've seen it before, in stints
for sure.
Okay, Juju.
Next player, Corvette. Juju Smith-Schuster, 1 year, $8 million, only 2.4 guaranteed. I don't know personally. I like the deal for the Steelers. I don't like it for Juju. He was getting more money from Baltimore and Kansas City, and I like the fact that he was being loyal to Pittsburgh. I like the fact that he's being loyal to his team, but at the same time, he was getting more money from a team that's just been to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. Have probably the best quarterback on the earth right now. Like I said, I like the deal for the Steelers because they got him.
Who sorry?
Juju.
Going to where?
He went back to Pittsburgh, but
for only 2.4.
There was like reports that he got a deal from the Ravens and the Chiefs.
Oh, the Chiefs. So so saying best quarterback. I was trying to think of what we were talking about. I actually didn't know. I didn't hear you say the Chiefs.
But yeah, like I said, I like the deal for the Steelers because they got him on a pretty bargain deal for a guy that fits their system. But I don't like the deal for him because I think he could have gotten more somewhere else.
Honestly, I'm all right with the deal both ways. I mean, you can tell he's loyal with the only 2.4 guaranteed. It's a 1 year, so I think obviously it was planned because this might be Pittsburgh's last chance at a Super Bowl. So he's sticking around for 1 more year, trying to get the Super Bowl. Could possibly be Big Ben's last season. He had a career high in touchdowns and catching percentage last year. He's also only 25. So obviously, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, you're loving this deal. But for Juju's side, give it 1 more year. You're going to be a beast this season. So unless he gets injured, he's going to get paid next year. So it's not like the money's a huge issue. 1 more year, stick around, see if you can win, and then I feel like next year he's going to leave and get paid some big bucks.
Yeah. My opinion on Juju, I think he needed to come back after last year. I think there's kind of
TikTok screwed him.
Well, TikTok screwed him. He got, he kind of got made fun of a couple times by. Remember when he got blasted by?
The Bengals.
Yeah. So I think him coming back wasn't just a financial choice. It was kind of I think he wanted to come back and prove that he could be a part of this team in a winning way. And like Brandon and Noah were saying, this might be the last year to actually bring this same group of guys together and have a chance at a championship. So I'd say go for it on Juju's part. But at the same time, he probably could have got more money elsewhere. I would love to see him in Baltimore. I'd love to see him at the Chiefs. I think if you had him at Baltimore, he'd be utilized a bit better. But at the Chiefs, there's a really good chance of winning that ring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought nothing crazy about it. But at the same time, I'm not a Juju fan, honestly. If I had to be honest, I'd find he just cares too much about clout. So.
That's the problem with Juju, like that clout and swagger style. Like I couldn't see him ever signing with a team like Kansas City just because he wouldn't be the man. I don't think Juju wants to go to a spot where he's not the man.
No, 100%.
Fair enough. Next player, Hunter Henry, signed the New England Patriots, 3 years, $37.5 million deal, $25 million guaranteed. I think it's a good deal for the Patriots and him. He's getting a lot of guaranteed money out of that 37.5 that he could make. It gives Cam weapons. They also brought in Johnny Smith, who don't have on our list. They brought back James White. They brought in Kendrick Bourne. They're putting weapons around Cam to succeed. They still have a good defense. Last year, everybody was saying, "Oh, Cam would be so much better without with weapons." It's kind of like a Kenny Galladay type of thing with Daniel Jones and Cam Newton. Cam Newton has his weapons, so now he has to put up or shut up. And I like the fit, obviously. He's probably a top 10 tight end, I'd say, when healthy. But yeah, that's one thing about him. He's got to stay healthy to be good.
I don't even know what to add to that. Noah said it perfectly. Like, he's getting paid. The Patriots got the money, so why not? Giving Cam tons of options. The only couple things I'll add is, like, he's basically, as a tight end, he's like a 600-yard per season guy on average, which is, I mean, for a tight end, that's pretty decent. The season kind of stirring away a little bit is basically, like Noah said, this is a big season for Cam, and if he doesn't produce, I don't know if another team trying to make a playoff push will give him a starting nod. So I kind of disagree with everything Noah says. I can't really add anything to it.
If there's anything I were to add, I think we all know that the Patriots, I think because Brady's gone, there's this kind of vengeance coming back. I think everyone's eyes are on the Patriots this year. Last year was kind of like, we'll give them a pass a little bit just because, there was just a new team. Brady just left, and Belichick had to pull all this kind of stuff together right away.
Was out all year.
Pardon?
Edelman was out all year, too.
Out all year. You didn't have a good team to start off with, and you couldn't really do anything with it. I think now adding something like this, although it is a big piece to add, you still need more than just that to really make a huge push. And they have had more additions. They have done a lot. So with this signing, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the Patriots do next year, because I think it comes down to what is Belichick trying to do, and when it comes down to Belichick getting success, you see it more often than not. So I'm excited for this signing.
The AFC is going to be crazy next year. Like, you had that 4-team push for the wild cards.
Yeah.
And now there's only 2 wild cards this year.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one less playoff spot. And there was, you had the 4 wild card teams pushing for it.
Yeah.
And then you also add, the Patriots into the mix. And
the Dolphins.
And but the Dolphins, I'm talking about them. The Dolphins, the Browns. No, who were the other teams? The Ravens and Tennessee. And then you still got teams like the Raiders, and it's going to be a crazy division. I mean, conference, I guess.
Yeah.
For sure. Next signing, we already talked about this guy in his own little video. Just J.J. Watt, the Arizona Cardinals. We already kind of talked about that. If you guys want to go watch that video, go ahead to see our in-depth signing. I think it's a good deal. Obviously, I talked about him being across from Chandler Jones is always going to be a good fit when you got 2 guys that are going to give tackles nightmares. Yeah, I'm not going to talk very much about it, considering we already talked the whole video about it. So.
Yeah, just to add some stuff, I mean, J.J. Watt wanted to play for a good quarterback. He got that. He wanted money. He got that as well. Like Noah said, any quarterback that's on the other side of the ball is going to be kind of scared. The only thing I don't like about the signing is the division. The division is probably the best division in football next year. and I don't know if they got the team to come atop that division, but we'll see.
Yeah, I would say you guys summed it up quite well. We've also talked about this already earlier in one of our other podcasts. I would only say the one thing I would say is that I think although this is a good deal for the Cardinals, and seems like a good spot for JJ Watt, I would have to agree. It doesn't secure him any ring, that's for sure. It definitely doesn't give him a championship confirmation. You know, there are definitely other places that he could have went, but I'm interested to see why he picked this team, because although Kyler Murray is a great quarterback, he's still young and he's still kind of growing. I would have, if I were JJ Watt, go for someone kind of at an older age and that had that secure position. But
like the Browns, Browns would have been a good
or
fit
even
for
the
him.
Packers.
The Packers, yeah.
But anyways, yeah, no.
Good next free agent was Levante David, returning to the Buccaneers on a 2-year, $25 million, $19 million guaranteed. He's probably a top 7 linebacker. He's a good coverage guy. He's a good blitz. Like we said earlier, the Buccaneers are basically bringing the band back, get the band back together. You know, he was the longest tenured Buck whenever they won the Super Bowl last year, so I think it was only right for him to come back. And he got the bag too. Good for him. Good fit too. Obviously, he knows the system and stuff like that. So,
I agree with Noah. I love the signing for both sides. Like we said, for Levante David, he's one of the best in the business. He's going back for obviously the repeat, and the reason I like it for Tampa Bay is because he's similar age to like a guy like Shaq Barrett, but like Shaq Barrett, for example, got 4 years. Whereas Levante David got 2 years, so after the 2 years, if he's still producing, he'll be close to that 30 year range. So if he's still producing,
he's already 31 right now, Bill.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like 31.
Okay, well then, I mean, the 2-year deal is better than a 4, obviously. So, and I mean, he like Noah said, I mean, he's one of the best in the business. He can get to the quarterback every once in a while. So we'll see. I like it.
Yeah, I'm the third guy for a reason, so I don't have much else to say.
Go first then for this one.
Yeah, next one is Will Fuller. To the Miami
Max
Dolphins.
is going first.
Oh, go ahead.
Will Fuller, 1 year, 10.65.
What do you think,
mil.
Max?
What do I think?
$3 million guaranteed.
Well, when he's going to the Miami Dolphins and he's not signed with the Texans, I think there's a reason to celebrate, because I don't see the Texans being a great organization.
You mean you don't see the Texans making the playoff push?
What the hell
I don't see.
The only thing I see Lamar Deshaun doing is pushing a woman.
Yeah.
Something like
He's
that.
gonna have. I don't think teams are gonna go for him after hearing stuff like that.
No, I know.
Well, he's already lost his endorsements with Beats and Nike.
That's what I mean. And who's gonna want to pick a guy up like that?
Yeah, he lost his endorsements with both Nike and Beats.
Well, he's been sued by like 20. What is it?
21.
I thought
21,
22 or something. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, that's why you don't want to put your trust in the Texans right now.
Who knows if he'll even.
We'll talk about Will Fuller here.
Yeah, that's true. Go, Max.
Well, I have nothing else to say about him. I just think that this is a good pickup for the Dolphins. I just hope that whenever he comes back, we're going to see the exact same player, just because last year, he got a couple of advantages that some other players didn't. That's why he was suspended. So
yeah,
I hope we get the same player, and I assume we will. So it's exciting for the Dolphins, but I don't have too much to say.
I think it's like a prove it deal, a 1 year prove it deal for him. Obviously, it's kind of like it's not really a lose situation. It's more like a win. Win or lose situation.
No,
you can't really lose. Good for the Dolphins. He's a great receiver. I don't know if he has any games left to sit out. He might have 1 or 2. But if he can come back to being the guy he was last year without the PEDs, then it's a great signing for the Dolphins. I don't see him. It'll help Tua's development too, having him out there, as well as maybe another guy that they draft this year in the draft, obviously. But yeah, I don't think you can really lose with a deal like this with a player like him.
Yeah, I mean, with only $3 million guaranteed, $10 million at the max. I mean, Will Fuller has the talent to be a number 1 wide receiver. We've seen it in stints in the past. I mean, with a decent defense that the Dolphins have, I feel like this signing could jump them into the playoffs, because I mean they were 1 win away from making the playoffs, or like 3 teams losing a game. I mean, he's just got to stay healthy, not get suspended. That's been his problem. He's missed out on games throughout seasons. And again, if you're a Dolphins, even if Fuller doesn't pan out, you get to see what you have in Tua and players like that. So I think it's a win-win for sure.
Next player, Chris Carson, Seattle Seahawks, 3 years, 224.66 mil, 10.45 mil guaranteed. I think it's a great deal for the Seahawks. Obviously, Chris Carson is probably in that top 10, 11, maybe 9 range for running backs in the league. He has a bit of a fumble issue, but at the same time, he has a fumble issue with a bad O-line. Seahawks didn't do much to improve it yet this year, but they still have the draft, and they still might make. There's still a couple guys out there to sign. I don't think it's really a bad deal for the Seahawks. Don't have much to say about it.
I don't have much else to say.
I mean, yeah, it's obviously not a bad signing. Like a team like Seattle, they're obviously contending, and when you saw Carson get injured last year, their backfield
Suffered.
Yeah,
their run game suffered.
Yeah, their run game was suffered. So I mean, if you're a team like Seattle and you want to compete, like obviously, Seattle, they want to compete. Bringing a guy like Chris Carson back was crucial. So.
Next player, Jameis Winston went back to the Saints. 1 year, 12 mil, 5.5 guaranteed. It's going to be him versus Taysom Hill, obviously, since Drew Brees retired for that starting role. Personally, I'd give it to Jameis Winston over the fact that he's got more talent that hasn't been unleashed yet. Obviously, there's a reason they brought him in last year to sit behind Drew Brees, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. I don't see how he could have not gotten any worse. On Instagram, you see him; he's putting in the work, trying to get better. I hope he beats out Taysom. Who knows? I mean, he was a number 1 overall pick for a reason. Sure, he might be a bust, but he's still got potential.
I mean, we want him to beat out Taysom Hill. I also think the Saints would want him to beat out Taysom Hill because Jameis Winston is a quarterback. And
Taysom Hill is a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, but if you're the Saints, if you can get Jameis Winston as a full-time starting quarterback, then you can get Hill in your tight end position, and you can have both playing, which is probably ideal. I know this is going to sound funny at the start, but having a guy like Drew Brees to sit behind is perfect for Jameis Winston personally because, like we said in podcasts before, he's kind of free-armed, can make a lot of mistakes, but isn't afraid to throw the deep ball and kind of struggles in the short game and sitting behind a short game master. We hope Jameis Winston has learned a lot and can show us what he's got.
I don't have too much upside on Jameis Winston, to be honest. I don't have much else to say other than I think that the Saints kind of, even with Jameis Winston, I think this is a backdrop for the Saints. I think,
for sure.
It's probably a frustrating time for them right now with them riding off. I shouldn't say riding, but with them having a secured QB for so long, longer than almost any other franchise, it's going to be tough for them. So, yeah, it's good that Jameis Winston's getting another look. I hope he can do better than Taysom Hill, just because he is, like everyone was saying here, the actual quarterback out of the two. So, I don't know. It's nothing really much to say. It'll be interesting to see him at New Orleans, see what he does, but I don't have much else to say.
Yeah, our last free agent before we get into our free agency winners and losers is Chris Godwin. He went back to the Buccaneers on a 1 year, $16 million franchise tag. Like we said for the other two Tampa Bay Buccaneers free agents, they're keeping the band back together. Godwin's a top 15 receiver. You can even argue he's closer to the 10 range in the league. So, he's going to get that bag. Keeping him around for 1 year, try to win another ring, see if Brady will finally retire after this year. I doubt it, but who knows? Maybe he'll pursue a different team next year with the Bucs getting a different quarterback potentially. He'll get signed to a big deal somewhere else. So.
Yeah, I agree. Perfect deal for both. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you got a good wide receiver like Noah was saying, Chris Godwin, and to have a franchise tag on him, you can't say he's being overpaid. And then also for Chris Godwin, it's a 1 year situation. So if he doesn't feel like they're going to be as good in 2 years, then he can leave. If he does, he can sign a big contract. He kind of has what's it called? Like
Leeway.
he has options. Yeah, he's kind of like he gets to decide. I mean, I think it's a big year for Tampa Bay and Chris Godwin. Like we said, they brought back all 22 starters. So we'll see what happens.
I would say same thing as Brandon.
Surprise.
Kidding.
Just
Shut up,
kidding.
man.
I'm kidding. It's kind of hard to disagree on these.
No,
To be
I-
honest.
These ones are hard because like I always take it first and I
Yeah.
say it a lot, and then you guys I take all what you guys say.
Yeah. What else is
Next time we'll like give each other like we'll
seems
like
like a good
pick
guy.
players. Seems like a good guy.
No,
He is a good guy.
No, I actually do like this signing quite a bit. I really do want to see Tampa Bay be able to make a push again. It makes sense just because, Tom Brady, although we've seen him, defy age, he is getting older. These signings need to happen here, like right away, because there's no, there's no plan for the future. The plan is for right now, and I think with this signing, that is a clear indication that they're ready to come back next year and win again. So
For sure.
This is where we might get into the
We're gonna get into
Shut
our
up,
biggest
Brandon.
free agency winner.
See, here
Brandon,
we
you can
go.
go ahead.
Let Max go
Okay,
ahead.
we'll let Max go.
Yeah.
Who's your biggest free agency winner?
obviously the Patriots, because they made the most signings.
Obviously, the Patriots.
Unless you have some other.
I have the Patriots as well. Too.
I
Yeah.
don't.
My big Anyways, do I have to say my loser as well? Why
Mm-mm.
not you go on to what's your
No,
loser?
say why they're
Who's
your
your
winner.
winner?
Why are they your winner?
Why are they my winner?
Yeah.
Because of I really like the signing of Hunter Henry. I think bringing back Cam Newton was actually the right choice. I think, well, not necessarily a free agency thing, but with having Julian Edelman back with healthy, I just think they have the most upside next year.
Yep.
With everything that's happened over the free agencies.
I'm not going to disagree. You got anything?
The reason I have them as winners because they went out. They got Cam weapons, which is what they kept on getting. Cam kept getting criticized for last year.
Not having enough weapons.
Not having enough weapons. They made the probably an under the radar signing in Matthew Judon, edge rusher who used to play for the Ravens.
Sounds like mustard.
Judon.
Dijon.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
He kind of went under the radar. He is a great edge rusher, but he was kind of injured last year. The year before that, he played really well. They still have a bit of money. They're still rumored to sign Davion Clowney or people like that. I just think they have like a winning culture. They want to win. Belichick's a winning coach. Yeah.
Yeah, it is good to mention there still are people in the free agent market that could change our opinions. But for mine, boring answer, my winner's Tampa Bay. I mean, you had
Not
the...
boring.
I'm gonna
It is
add
boring.
like the Simpsons clip,
Yeah.
whatever. Boring.
It is boring, but I'm fine with that. I mean, I don't know if they're the most talented team, but you can't say they're not the best team because they won.
Couldn't say the most talented
And
team.
I mean, I don't have specific stats, but I
Can
doubt.
you get them up for us?
No, I doubt that a
No.
team that won a Super Bowl has brought back all 22 starters
And did
to
they?
their team the
No,
next
this
year.
is the
They
first
did.
year ever.
No,
This is
saying did they?
no.
Yeah, they did.
I'm assuming this is probably the first year
They
because
did,
that's
they did.
super rare. So Noah's saying
It is.
Noah's agreeing. So I mean, to win a Super Bowl and bring back all 22 starters, I mean, in my mind, that's got to be a winner because
For sure. Brandon, who's your loser?
Another kind of the Browns.
Really?
I had Houston. Are you disagreeing?
No.
I had Houston, but then I was like, you guys are losers. I had Houston, but then I was like, the goal is probably to suck after losing all your players. So, I mean, the team they had obviously wasn't doing anything special. So, I mean, losing all their players, I don't think makes them a loser.
I'm gonna disagree with you because they did sign John Johnson the third. It was a very good safety.
The Browns?
Yes.
Okay, but so just my standpoint is all the like
JJ Watt talk.
yeah, there was a couple big names that the Browns were like rumored to get, and they didn't get any of the big guys they were talked about. So the reason I think they're losers is just because I feel like and this was coming off talks from earlier in the podcast, I don't think the Browns are Super Bowl contenders with the team they have now, and I think they need one more piece, and I just think they missed out on that piece. in free
Okay,
agency.
I'm up. I agree, but I disagree.
That's fine.
I
yeah,
agree to
that's-
disagree.
That's fine.
My biggest free agency loser is going to be the Bears. When they had talks about
Yeah, that's a good one.
Russell Wilson coming in, potential trade, and then all of a sudden they ended up with Andy Dalton as their starting quarterback. That's a loss. I feel like I'd still rather have the upside of Mitchell Trubisky than Andy Dalton.
Oh, me too.
I actually put a slash. My other loser is top tier wide receivers. I saw tweets that the market was kind of low, like top tier wide receivers getting lowballed. You have Will Fuller, who was a top tier wide receiver on the market, got a 1 year deal. Juju got a 1 year deal. The only really top free agent wide receiver that got a big deal was Kenny Galladay. Even then, Godwin only got a 1 year deal. Sure, he got a lot of money, but it's only like a 1 year deal. So I had to throw in the top tier wide receivers as a loss.
All those guys are going to get paid next year.
That's what I mean. This year was just a bad year. To
Oh
be
yeah,
top tier wide
that's a good
receiver.
one. That's a fun one. I like it.
So I had the Cleveland Browns.
Hey.
They're my loser.
Thank you.
Just my standpoint here. Just because I feel like just coming from talks from earlier podcasts.
What's so funny? You guys always laugh, but I can't see your computer.
Wait, just keep
screen.
going. Just keep going. Just keep
I don't
going.
know, just from earlier talks, from earlier podcasts, and just I don't think they are Super Bowl contenders without one more piece.
Me and Max agree on something.
That's because he was typing what you were saying. That's exactly what you said. You just typed. Max, that's why I was laughing, because Max didn't have a loser. All of a sudden, he just typed Browns. And then when you start talking, he goes, and he's just copying you word for word.
I
Everything
was
you
gonna
were
say
saying.
we did a podcast earlier, and I think you and me were in agreement that the Browns are one piece away, and Max was trying to argue that the Browns are Super Bowl contenders.
That was
So
the
that's
same
why I was like,
same podcast. You were trying to say that OBJ is better.
yeah, you're right. So then,
Sammy Watkins
so then
is better
that's
than
why
OBJ.
I was like, why is Max saying this? This doesn't make
Hey,
sense.
OBJ is better than Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, but he thought Sammy Watkins was just as good.
He'll prove you wrong. Did
On
you
the
see him in
Ravens?
Yeah. Did you see him in the Super Bowl?
What's the most surprising signing for me? Hunter Henry. I think that was a pretty surprising signing. I didn't see Hunter Henry.
I didn't either, to be honest. I'll give you that
No,
one.
me neither.
My most surprising signing is going to be J.J. Watt to Arizona, just because, he was never I was one of the teams he wasn't rumored to go to, and all of a sudden, boom, he's in Arizona.
My most surprising was also J.J. Watt, just because he said
Boring.
he said he wanted money. He said he wanted a good QB, but he also said he wanted to win, and I don't know if that'll happen in Arizona.
Quiz time.
Time to lose.
Go to clean.
Is it actually going to be hard? Like
No,
you said it was
it's
gonna
not.
be? Okay.
I have 5 NFL, because we talked about NFL, 3 basketball, 2 hockey. So it's kind of like an all.
So what? There's 10.
There's 10.
Okay.
This is the one I was waiting for
Why?
because I know.
I am 2-0,
gonna win?
and each of these guys are 1-1.
No, I haven't won yet.
You're 1-1?
I haven't. Oh, I beat
won.
you in overtime last week.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, I beat. No,
No,
okay,
no,
then I haven't won.
no.
I'm 2-0. I know
Then I
that.
haven't
You're
won.
2-0.
I beat both of you. Did you beat Max the first time?
No,
No.
I won.
So you're 1-1, and you're 0-2.
Here's my chance.
Okay,
Oh,
quiz
three.
time. Number
Here's my
1. Who's
chance.
the highest paid cornerback in the NFL?
Cornerback.
The position you played.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Not very well. I don't know.
I don't know.
This is gonna be a dumb answer because I don't know if he's still on his rookie deal or not, and I should know if he's still on his Jair Alexander
What did you say?
Jerry Alexander. He's a cornerback on the Pats.
on the Packers, but he's supposed to be really good. And
Jalen
Yeah.
Alexander. I'll say the same thing.
It's Jalen Ramsey.
I don't. Is he still on his rookie contract?
Yes.
But if he wasn't, he's gonna get
He's
paid.
afraid in this.
should've
He's gonna
got
get
that.
paid.
I should have
He's
got
gonna
that.
get paid, and it's
He-
not
he
gonna
might-
Be, it's not gonna be by the Packers.
No, I know, which sucks. He might be the highest paid next year.
He might be.
That's why it's
Number 2, 0-0. How many teams have never made a Super Bowl before? Bonus points if you can get any of the teams.
I got it.
All 4.
All 4.
Yeah, I
You
did-
just gave us
I
the
did- I
answer.
I just gave you the answer. Okay, now you guys
gonna
gotta guess.
say
Now
4.
you guys gotta guess the teams because I just gave you the answer.
Whoever can guess the most teams.
Yeah, whoever can guess the most teams.
That haven't been to it.
I haven't been to a Super Bowl. My bad. There's 4. If you guys didn't know.
Okay. I'm gonna guess.
I think I got 3.
Wait. Yeah. See, my football knowledge is pretty minimal because I cannot name more than.
Oh, I don't know if they're right, but I got 4 teams in my head.
How do you know for certain?
I don't know for
Exactly.
certain. I don't know if any of
It's
them are
just
for certain.
whoever the point's going to whoever gets most. If you
I don't
guys
know if-
both,
Can I
I
look
don't
up
know if-
anything?
No.
I don't know if any of these teams are correct. I'm assuming.
I don't. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so
I'll wait till Max.
I got my
just wanna
4.
see
My
what you
4 were the Browns, the Bills, the Lions, and who was my other team? The Raiders.
Okay. I'm gonna say the Browns.
He's gonna copy me.
Go exactly.
No, I'm
Can
not.
you keep? And actually, never mind.
Uh,
Those could all be wrong. I don't actually know.
I'm gonna
To
say,
be honest, maybe this is helping you. I was just trying to think of the newer teams in the NFL. Like that's where I think the Raiders are pretty new, are they not?
I have no idea. Browns, Detroit, Carolina.
Carolina just made the Super Bowl
Shit,
a couple
shit,
years
shit,
ago.
shit.
You're keeping it though. You
No,
gotta
you
keep
gotta
it. You
keep
said
it.
it.
You gotta
keep
keep
it.
it.
You said it. You wouldn't have changed your. That's one of yours.
One more.
Carolina, they were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Say Kansas City.
No. I'll say, shit. No, I know they, shit. Give me 10 more seconds. Let me just think of a team. I'm gonna say the Buffalo Bills. No, wait, I know they were in the Super Bowl.
Okay, you guys both got 2 right.
Who'd I get? So I got the Lions for one.
Lions and Browns.
Browns? Who were the other two?
Houston and Jacksonville.
Yeah, see, I wasn't gonna guess that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say 0-0 still.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Who is the highest paid annual salary player in the NFL?
Who?
Who is the highest paid
Oh.
annual player?
Okay.
Who's getting the most money per year?
I feel like it's a trick question, but I think I got my answer. So do I. But
Well, me, honestly, annually?
Yeah, per year. Who has makes the most money every year?
Okay.
I'm gonna give you guys a hint. He
No.
didn't sign a massive deal. He signed like a short deal, but he got a lot of money in that short
I
deal.
changed my answer. I have no idea. I actually have
Can
no
you say
idea.
what position he is?
Quarterback.
Obviously, he's a quarterback, Max.
Say
They make the most money.
I just want to make sure.
A short quarterback deal? Who would have signed a short deal? Okay. I don't know it, so I'm just gonna shout out a person I love.
Okay, I'll say.
Go ahead.
I'll say just for shits and giggles, Dak Prescott.
Noah said short term though, that's what screwed me up. I was
Is that
gonna say
4
Gardner Minshew just to be fun because I love him. But
Minshew.
I'll say I'll just say Russell Wilson.
Aaron Rodgers.
Is it?
Yeah.
When did he sign a short term deal?
He signed like a
I was gonna say Patty
5-year
Mahomes.
deal like 3 years ago.
I was gonna say Patty Mahomes just because he's the highest paid player, but
Yeah, still 0-0. Good showing, guys.
If
Who
you give me
holds?
basketball ones, I can.
You got
we'll
3
see.
coming up.
We'll see.
Who holds the record for most MVPs of all time?
You should know this.
No, it's actually kind of a tough question though.
I know it is, but we just did a quarterback conversation. I feel like he was in our top 5.
What? We're talking about NBA.
NFL, you guys did it.
Still?
You guys.
NFL?
This is NFL.
We
yeah.
were
Oh,
we
I thought
just
you
did a
said we had-
podcast.
No, there's 2 more. This one and one more in NFL.
We just did
Who
a
are the most
podcast on
MVPs?
it.
in NFL.
We literally just did a podcast on it. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna guess.
Me too.
Bebo?
Joey Montana. I don't think his name's Joey, but
Joe.
Joe Montana.
Fuck, I was gonna say that too. No, I can't.
Say
I was
Elway.
gonna say. I was gonna say.
Say Elway.
Joey Montana.
You guys both said Joey.
Yeah, but that's because
Joe.
Joey. It's like a nickname.
It's Peyton Manning.
Is
What?
it?
No,
Oh
no,
yeah,
it's
we
just
just did a
like 6.
podcast on
Yeah,
it.
that's
We
what
just did the podcast.
Okay, last
on it.
NFL one. You guys are doing great in these. Other than Lamar Jackson 2019, who's the only other player to win a unanimous MVP?
Okay, I think I have it.
I have no idea. Tom Brady.
I was gonna say Tom Brady.
Yeah, both
actually.
right.
I was actually gonna say that.
I had no idea what Tom Brady.
1-1. You guys went 1 for 5. And...
If I didn't say my teams before, I would be winning 2-1. Max wouldn't have got the.
Shut up.
Okay, on to
It's Super Bowl.
NBA. Who holds the NBA assist record?
Okay,
Like all career.
you go first.
John Stockton.
I was gonna say that actually.
Yeah.
It is
John Stockton leads it by a lot. It's not even
Yeah.
close.
What college did MJ attend?
Oh, I know that too.
I don't. UCLA.
North Carolina.
Yeah, I didn't know.
UNC. 3-2 for Max. Where was Kyrie Irving born?
I know this one.
We
too.
both know it.
What? No, you don't.
What?
Or at least I do.
I do.
You think?
I know.
Okay, say it.
Australia.
Okay, on to the two NHL. It's 4-3 for Max. Yeah.
We were debating if it was going to get cut out.
We've
or
been
not,
talking
so-
this whole time.
That's gonna get cut out.
No, don't cut it.
Okay, 2 NHL questions.
Okay, I'm down. This I should win.
You should win.
I should come back. 'Cause
How
Max
many
knows nothing.
NHL teams did Wayne Gretzky play for?
Okay.
Should I get bonus points so you can guess them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We should.
I think I know.
Hold on. I do too, but I just need to. Why am I forgetting one? Why am I forgetting one? I'm forgetting.
Wait, I am giving bonus marks?
Yeah, I'm forgetting one.
This is where Max is gonna struggle.
I'm forgetting one.
There's one obvious. There's two obvious ones. I think.
Yeah, there is two obvious ones. I'm forgetting one.
Wanna go ahead?
Wait,
Go ahead, Maxie.
No, you say how many you think there are.
Why do I always gotta go first? I got
Okay,
first
you go
every
first.
time.
Okay, well, we'll say how many are, then we name them,
Mhm,
because I want to
mhm,
know how many you
mhm.
think. I'm gonna say 3 for now.
4.
4's right.
4's right?
Four's
Okay,
right.
now
I
bonus
can't. I'm
points?
forgetting the one
Bonus
team.
points,
I
you
don't
can
know what
guess
the
it.
other team is. You go.
Since you guessed 3, you go ahead. You can't name 3 teams though. Actually, I'll give him a bonus point if you can name 4.
Is one of the teams not in the league anymore?
All of them are.
All of them are?
Yeah. What's the other?
Okay, well, I know 3 of them automatically. I know. Wait, if I say them, I might reveal a team that you might not
Yeah,
know.
you will. So give me a moment.
Okay. Yeah. You're
I wonder if the 3 teams you're thinking of are the same teams.
right. Imagine the same 3.
No, imagine
probably
they're
are.
not.
They
That'd be fun.
all are, probably. There's a good chance there. The 4th team, I don't know either.
I am
right
so
now.
pissed. I can't think of the 4th team. Just go. I'm just gonna stick with my 3. Even if you say the 4th, I won't even copy
ahead,
it.
Max.
I'll just say 3.
Okay, I'll say, I know he played for New York. I know he played for LA. And
You go for it.
I forgot he played for New York.
That was his last team.
Ugh.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know the other fucking
It's
You
team.
don't
St.
know the other
Louis.
two?
It's
And
St.
St.
Louis.
Louis.
Yeah, I didn't know he played for St. Louis.
Oh.
So B-Ball gets 3. No, B-Ball gets 4 points there. Max gets 3, so we're tied.
Wait, why do I still not get more points?
Because I said the
He said
correct
he
amount
got
of
the
teams he
correct
played
amount
for.
of teams.
But
I
I
can't
got
believe
more-
I forgot
oh,
New
but-
York.
Oh, yeah, we got
So it's 4. So it's tied. I don't even know what the score is, but it's
Yeah,
tied.
fair
Last
enough.
question. What active player leads all other active players in points?
What? Sorry?
So he plays right, like he doesn't lead.
I know it.
He's,
I know
he's
it.
an active player right now. He leads the league, like all other active players in points.
I know it.
Wait, he's still
I
in the
know it.
league?
still in the
I
league.
know it.
Oh,
I
well,
know
yeah,
it.
I know it
I've
too.
won.
It's not that
I've
hard.
won. I
Go
won.
ahead.
I won. You
No,
go
let
ahead.
him go
You
first.
don't have
I
it.
know-
You don't
let
have
him
it.
go
I know
first.
you
I
don't
know
have
it.
it.
I know
I
I
know
have
you
it.
don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
No, but
I know you don't have
the
it.
thing is, though, is you made me go first last time.
I'll write my
So
name
you-
down right now.
No, you go first. 'Cause I know that Brandon's gonna know it.
Yeah.
But that's not fair.
Yeah, it
because
is.
I had to go first last time.
I've gone first this whole quiz. You went first. You went first once. You don't know it. You think you know, but you don't.
Go ahead, Max.
I fucking do not know it.
I'm gonna win. I'm 1 and 2. I've gotta win. Watch me not have it. If I don't have it, that'd be hilarious.
Active players. Okay, give me a second. So is he still playing?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
that's
an
what I-
active-
Wait,
active player.
wait. Is he still playing? Is he like older?
Yes.
Obviously,
He leads all other active players in the league. He's gonna be old.
you gotta be old.
I think I have 2 people that you're thinking of, but I think you know it.
No,
but-
I know who it is. I know the 2 people you're thinking. I'm thinking.
Dogger's out. I know that.
Gallagher's been out for a while.
Should we give Maxie a hint?
Yeah.
He is either playing for Toronto or has played for Toronto.
Oh. Okay. Well then I'll.
Okay,
say
so Beal knows who it is.
I'll say Joe Thornton.
Why the hell did you say that?
It's not Joe. Is
It is Joe
Oh,
Thornton.
is it?
That's
You
what-
win, you
Who
win.
just- you guys say Marlo.
Yeah.
Now he's games played.
No, I think Marlo has.
No,
more
I
points
literally
than
searched
Joe.
it up.
Really? Search.
So
let me
I
see right
win?
now. Yeah, you win.
Yeah, it was Joe Thornton.
I think we
You just realize you fucked over
we should be
yourself
tied
so
because you
bad.
shouldn't even have got the hint.
You gave me a hint of
Yeah,
a player that it
I'm
wasn't.
nice.
That it
But I
wasn't.
was right though. I knew it was either Jumbo or Joe Thornton.
No, but
Jumbo
I knew
or
it was one
Joe
of the-
Thornton.
I knew it was either Jumbo or Marlo. I knew it was one of the 2.
yeah, but you didn't know which one it was. You
No,
thought it
you're
was-
right. But it was they both have played for
He's
Toronto.
14th all time.
Oh, attaboy, Joe.
So wait, that means I win again and Brandon's 0-3?
Yeah.
Why don't we do one more question? Because that question was kind
Where
of...
the fuck's Patty Marlowe?
I don't know.
Okay, one more question.
I thought you were gonna think it was like Sidney Crosby or something.
I did.
Joe's 14.
Why is he in all caps?
I don't because you know. Look, all active players are in all caps.
Oh, okay. I see. That's
Okay, winner
Attaboy, Max.
Max.
I don't
Brandon
think I
moves.
wins that.
Brandon moves to 0-3.
That's fine.
If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
We take
See
you
ya.
up to the basketball court.